Hey yogis, I have designed a short but spicy series for you to do at home to maintain all of these key skills that we've been working on in the hardcore and Budokan classes. So things like stepping forward, pivoting on the feet, balance, core strength will all feature in this class. You would benefit by having 2 blocks and a strap. If you don't, you could do the series without any props. You could also use something like a box of Kleenex in place for the block, a belt for the strap, so there are usually ways you can work around it. We'll start today with a very quick shoulder stretch and then get right to it. So you can start seated on the knees or some other way that is comfortable to you, and just bring one arm under the other, lift the elbows up and down, and then just keep the elbows lifted wherever you feel a really good stretch between the shoulder blades. About 5 deep breaths. Be careful here not to arch the back a lot, really try to just keep the stretch in the shoulders. And then bring the arms around. You can interlace the fingers, pull the hands toward the toes, look up. And then bring your head forward the other side. So now it's your left under the right. You're bringing up the palms together, lift the elbows up and down. And then stop wherever you feel the best stretch, and you're lifting the elbows without arching the back. So just keeping the upper back just straight, not round, but just straight. Looking forward, keeping the face relaxed. So then you can shake out your arms, and we'll start today in dolphin pose. So if you have a strap and you know you need a bit more support, I don't expect you to have a resistance band at home, but one of your regular straps or even like a scarf you could use as well. So something that's keeping your elbows about like this. If you are working on shoulder strength, if you're someone who has smaller shoulders, this is nice to bring a little support above the elbows. So you're bringing and that they should really stay like this, your forearms in the dolphin pose. We tend to bring the elbows really wide, but actually this smaller shape is going to be strongest. So we're going to bring the hands to the floor. Stretch the legs in the air. You can bend and stretch and work the feet a little bit to begin. And then we'll inhale, right leg up, shift forward. So now my shoulders are over the wrists. It's like a push-up, push back. Exhale, toes together. So we're doing 10. So inhale, left foot, it's 2. Shift forward, stretch back up and down. Inhale, 3. Slide the shoulders forward, pull them back and down. Inhale, 4. Slide, push back and down. So as I slide my shoulders, they go all the way forward and then all the way back, even a bit behind the elbows. 5. And back. So if you have the strap, it will prevent your elbows from sliding to the edges of the mat, which will prevent you from falling on your face. So it's normal. It's a useful tool. Great. A few more times. 8, 9, and 10. So you already normally will have raised your body temperature 1 degree. So you can bring the strap to the side, just roll the shoulders. And then you're still seated on the knees. Bring the hands behind the head. Inhale, bring the elbows to the side. Exhale, bring the elbows together around the spine. Inhale, arch the back, lift the chin. Exhale, tap. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. A few more times. You can pull on the back of your head just a little bit, stretch the back of the neck, pull the chin all the way to the chest. And then come to a downward facing dog. So you can stretch your arms forward. Start with your table position, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, tuck the toes, and stretch your arms and legs. At the beginning, you can always bend your knees a little bit more, so you prioritize lifting out of the hands, lengthening the spine. So then we'll step forward to the top of the mat. A few times with the breath. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So now I'm going to catch my elbows. I'm bending the knees a lot so I can just release the spine. Not so important how deep I go in the legs yet. And you can just shake out the chest and shoulders, shake out the head. And then inhale, bring your arms up, hands together. Exhale, hands to the chest. So first exercise, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head. Already pick your left foot up and then step back into a lunge. So I'm going to keep my left hand under the shoulder, and this is my right hand forward. So I have opposite hand, right? Left hand on the floor, right arm forward. My left foot is back, my right foot is forward. So the inhale is going to be reaching forward. Exhale, pull the arm back, straighten the leg. So inhale is like a lunge, and exhale is like a pyramid. Keep going, inhale. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. And I don't need to go so deep into the legs yet because we're still a little bit more at the beginning of class. So you don't have to straighten your leg all the way. Okay, stay deep in the right knee, reach the arm forward, and now twist, left hand to the floor. Look up at the right hand. Lift out of the shoulder. I know it's hard to see with the camera, but really lift out of the shoulder. You can even bring the fingertips to the floor or float the hand. So you feel you're lengthening out of the shoulder joint. Exhale, hand to the floor. And now walk the hands all the way over to the left foot. Okay, so we have the Skandasana here. So sometimes you can have the foot on the floor, sometimes you need to stay higher. I want you to keep the heel on the floor today, so not balancing on the toe because we're about to go back and forth on the mat. So we're in Skandasana here, and then shifting forward, Warrior Two. So you're pivoting on the feet, coming into the Skandasana, and then pivoting forward, Warrior Two. So Skandasana, Warrior Two. And forward. 5, 6, 8, and 10. Great. Hold the Warrior Two. Adjust your back toes in, front toes forward, deep bend in the front knee, keep the shoulders light. Catch your breath. Reverse Warrior, lean back, 1 breath. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat, and just step forward. So 1, 2 steps forward over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up all the way, hands together. Exhale, hands to the chest. I'm going to turn. So we do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So now I'm already picking up my right foot. Weight is on the left. I'm going to step back. So I have left foot forward, right hand on the floor. Left arm forward, that's the inhale. As you exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back, pyramid. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So don't worry quite yet about straightening the left leg all the way. Okay. Next inhale, keep the arm forward. So you stay low in the left knee. And now twist. Bring your left arm up. Maybe flow to the bottom hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skandasana. You can bring the hands to the mat. Walk the hands around to the back foot. Find your Skandasana. So we're stretching the inside of the leg. And because we're going to be pivoting back and forth quickly, stop wherever you need to keep the heel on the floor. If you have to come up on the toe, you'll probably lose your balance too quickly. So we're looking at where we want to go, which is the front foot. So we're Skandasana, and then Warrior Two. And even if your mat is sticky, if you have the B mat, try to really pivot the feet. So here my feet both pivot out, Skandasana, and then pivot forward, Warrior Two. So that's 3. And forward. So legs and hips have to work hard to bring me down with control and then back up. 7, 8, okay, hold Warrior Two, catch your breath. So use this as a resting pose. Make the arms float, shoulders a bit lighter. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat. Just step forward, shake up the legs. Inhale, bring your arms up, hands together above the head. And exhale, hands to the chest. So now we're reaching for a block, or as I said, a box of Kleenex. You could do this without a prop, but it will just give you a little sense of space. So what I'm doing here, I have my right foot forward, a left foot back in a lunge. I'm bringing the block forward. This is the inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to pull the left knee back and pull the block pretty much to the belly here. Hold the block. So I let it go, and then bring it back. Step back. So I'm bringing the block all the way here, lifting the arms, catching the block, stepping into a lunge. So bring the block back up, let go of the block, step back. I'll do a few more. If you want to go a bit slower than I am, you totally go at your own pace. Okay, so last one, we're going to hold. First, like a mini chair pose, we're going to keep the block level and then bring it back up. So that's 2, bending the standing leg, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I almost lost the block myself there. And now try to lift your bottom heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, okay, so like I said, that's where we're getting spicy here. So now we're going to step back and just take a pyramid pose. So if you don't have blocks, you can just keep the arms back. So that's usually my favorite variation. If you don't have blocks, just keep the arms back. That's better than rounding the spine over the leg. So we'll just take a pause. Again, use this as a resting pose. So here my back heel is lifted. A little bit easier for the hip. I keep my feet as wide as the hips and my chest forward. So now I'm going to move my blocks to the side. We're going to do a little bit of pistol squat prep. Actually, you can use your blocks if you need to. So you're going to pick the foot up, try to bend, kick it through, and then keep your left foot on the floor. Pull the right knee toward the chest and come all the way onto the back. If you needed to put the left foot on the floor, you could, but most of you, I know your practice, you can keep the left leg up. So you're just going to pull the knee toward the chest. Hold the front of the knee. We'll take about 5 deep breaths. You can find a bit more compression on the exhale. So you're pulling the knee a little bit closer in on the exhale. Okay, and now you're going to interlace your hands below your foot. So I'm pulling my chest up, I'm holding the bottom of the right foot, and then I'm going to try to keep this left heel on the floor and kick up. So I'm in a seated stretch, pull the chest toward the toe, 1, 2. Let go of the foot, hold. So now my hands are floating, I'm holding your foot up, 1, 2. Okay. Pull the feet up, little Navasana prep, pull the chest toward the knees. Okay, back to downward facing dog, just cross the ankles, bring the hands to the floor, work up the legs. Wiggle the hips. And then inhale, lift your head, bend the knees, step or jump forward, bring the feet behind the wrists. Come halfway up, inhale, exhale, fold. And then inhale, arms up, hands together. Exhale, hands to the chest. So now, other side, I'm reaching for the block, or whatever I'm working with. I have the left foot forward, right foot back. So here my body, as much as possible, is at a diagonal, not up here, but I'm reaching the block forward, and then I'm going to shift forward, bring the block all the way in, lift the arms, so that's 1. Bring the block in, lift, so the ankle might wobble a bit. The block, of course, might wobble a bit as you're getting used to the pose, so don't get frustrated with it. You can always just be patient. Bring the block in. Do a few more. Last one. So I'm going to hold the block, stretch the arms up, and I'm going to try it 5 times. Bend the standing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep holding the block. Lift the front heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now really feel that hip. I'm going to step back, come again to the pyramid pose. So maybe stretching the arms back, maybe bringing the hands onto block. And keeping everything in this linear line, so the hips, the feet, chest and shoulders all face the same direction. Few more deep breaths. Okay, so you can use the blocks here to step through if you need a little bit more support. You could already have moved the blocks. Kick through. Now that the blocks can move to the side. So I'm going to keep my right foot on the floor, slide all the way to the back, knee to the chest. Resting pose, pull the left knee all the way in, keep the right leg stretched out. Okay, so you've caught your breath. You're going to lift your chest toward the knee, hold the bottom of the foot, right foot stays diligently on the floor, and then you're going to kick into a seated position. Keep the back straight. Extend the leg. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Let go of the foot. Float the arms. 1, 2. And 5. Okay. Great. Work up the hips. Little Dandasana. You can walk the hands back, just open the chest. And then step back to downward facing dog. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then step forward again to the top of the mat. You know the rhythm. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up all the way, hands together. Exhale, hands to the chest. So I'll turn to face this direction for the next group of exercises. So we're going to start now top of the mat with the right arm forward. So here I'm in sort of Utkatasana, if you will, right arm forward. Pick the left foot up 10 times. Going to tap the knee, foot back, and then bring the knee to the chest. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and stay really low. So as your leg gets tired, your butt will want to come higher, keep it low. Okay, so now the side plank, I'm going to keep my hand under the shoulder, open the chest, roll onto the outside edge of the foot. So maybe, if you're still working on the side plank, you'll just hold here, right? If the hips are collapsing here, that's your sign. It's best just to find the feet and stay here. If the side plank is comfortable for you and you want to take it a step further, you're going to lift the top leg 10 times. So 1, knee to chest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So wherever you are, we're going to put the foot down. So that's how I got here. If I was coming from knee lifted, it's just foot down, so halfway up the mat. If your leg was straight, you'll just slide it halfway up the mat. Lower the hip. So now I have the hip all the way to the floor. Bottom leg is still extended, and I'm going to reach my arm in front of the knee and catch the foot and just bring the chin low. So I spread out the arms, bring the chin all the way to the toe. Kiss the holy river, I think my teacher called it. Okay, so again, we caught our breath. Bring your hand all the way back in. So your side plank, I often say this in the class, should be a little bit shorter than you think, especially when we're getting to the Budokan classes where we're making these fluid transitions. So here, if I want to step back, I'm going to lose power if my hand is too far forward. So now I'm going to bring the foot all the way back. So all the way back, all the way forward. Back, forward, back, and forward. Just a few more times. Try to bring it all the way forward. And then the lizard pose. So now we'll take a nice juicy stretch. You can bring the foot outside the shoulder. Hands can stay under the shoulders. If you're someone who likes to bring the elbow to the floor, go for it. So about 10 deep breaths, just again to steady the breath. Whatever you're doing, if you're on, actually especially if you're on the elbows, watch the upper back. So if you bring the elbows down and you lose the upper back, you'll also make the breath more shallow. You want to keep the chest forward, even if you're on the elbows, so that you can optimize your breath. So resting pose, we still need to do the other side. So seated twist, actually just going to bring my front foot in a little bit and now tap this back knee behind my front foot. So I'm just going to tap the foot all the way around, seated twist, look over the shoulder, keep the inner leg moving toward the belly. Chin lifted. Downward facing dog, turn forward. pull the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, arms up all the way, hands together. Exhale, hands to the chest. So I'll come back to the first side so you stay, so I keep facing you. So now I'm standing on the left foot, I'm picking up my right foot. I have the left arm forward. So I'm really low in the left hip, and I'm stepping right toes back and then pulling it in. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so stepping all the way back, side plank. I'm going to do this one on the elbow. You're also welcome to do the same. So first stepping into side plank, maybe keeping the feet one in front of the other. Feet stacked, I don't really like if you're still working on finding a good solid side plank. Sometimes a little bit shorter than you're used to. And if you want to make it extra spicy, your extra hot peppers, 10 times knee to chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So wherever you are, you're stepping your foot halfway down, bringing the hip to the floor. Arm reaches forward, maybe you catch the foot, maybe you still have the hands on the floor, and just pull your chest down, your chin down, catch your breath. Letting go of the foot, so now we're stepping forward and back, which is our preparation for the wild thing. So we're finding that bottom foot again, the foot is really flexed. I'm on the edge of the foot, and now a few times step back and forth. And forth. And then all the way forward, pull the knee as high as you can to the chest, step forward, and now the lizard. So you're just going to adjust your foot. You have to move that foot forward. Knee over the ankle is sort of the general rule. Toes can be a little bit turned out. And something you can hold for 1 minute where you feel a good stretch, but you're not forcing the hips. So we'll take about 5 more deep breaths. Maintain that length in the upper part of the spine, even the neck. And then hop the back knee behind the front foot. So you're going to hop, seated twist, bring the back knee behind the foot. Wrap the leg around the knee, look over the shoulder. The arm around the knee, look over the shoulder. The leg around the knee. Don't do that. A few more deep breaths. Okay, so last exercise before we hit the back. You'll be glad to know we're getting there soon. So 3 times the Navasana boat pose. Bring the arms behind the knees. Pull the chest up. So you're going to pull your chest as close as you can to the legs. Straighten the legs as much as you can. And then let go. Try to keep the legs there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the knees back in. Pull the chest back up. Extend the legs. Try to keep it there. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last time. Pull the knees in. Lift the chest. So keep your back really straight. Legs close to the chest. Extend the legs as much as you can. Straight, straight, straight. Let go. Keep it all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, knees to chest. Roll onto the back. And hold the front of the knees or behind the knees. Just massage the back. We'll just do a simple bridge pose with the breath. So you'll pull your feet in front of the hips, hands beside the hips. Tip the hips back and forth to begin. So you're just aware, right, of how much the back tips. Even when you think the back is straight on the floor, often it's still arching, actually. Well, it depends on your back, but sometimes it's still arching. So find neutral pelvis. Neutral pelvis, hands beside the hips, and then inhale, reach back, rolling onto the shoulders, and exhale, hips to the floor, hands to the floor. Inhale, stretch back, and exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale. And then we'll just do a quick stretch for the hips. I'll turn so it's clear. You cross the right leg over the left and then catch the outside of the feet. So here my left hand is catching the right foot and would catch the right hand would catch the left foot. So you're just going to pull the feet toward the hips, hold about 10 deep breaths. And it's not so deep in the hips, you're just pulling your feet toward the hips. You feel that the back is nice and flat on the floor, stable posture for the spine, also the neck. And then let go of the feet, just stretch the arms out, bring the feet to the sides of the mat, rock the knees side to side. And then bring the feet in, cross the left leg over the right, knees to the chest. Right hand will catch the left foot, left hand will catch the right foot, and you'll pull the knees in. You feel a stretch on the outside of the hip. Few more deep breaths. Release the feet again, arms to the side, one foot to the floor, then the other. Rock, rock, rock the legs. And then take a quick shavasana, any position that you like. Reach for the props that you like. Slide to the center of your mat. I'm actually just going to keep the feet on the floor myself. And and stretch out the arms. So short practice, lots of work. Just make yourself comfortable, enjoy the reward of resting. And stay here for as long as you like, a minimum 1 minute, can actually be up to 10.